This man speaks nonsense.
You're stupid! Thanks a lot.
What's up, folks? Welcome back. Happy Saturday. We are here to embark on, I won't call it a magical journey or enchanted adventure, because that's you know, a certain Pat Stephanie / Pat Arenas territory. But this is going to be a fantastical quest, perhaps. Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. That's a lot of princesses. So we'll see what that's going to entail. Per the suggestion of Dot, we'll see how it goes. I know nothing of it. It's on PS2. We're going to check it out. Before we get into that, a sort of post-mortem for Heavy Rain. Final Sora made us some Heavy Rain trivia. We wrapped that up a week ago today with RF. So sad to see it go, one might say. I mean, I like the playthrough. The game, not as much. But let's see how well you were paying attention. Or maybe this is about, like, you know, out-of-game stuff about the development. I really don't know. But let's get the code up and see what it's all about. If anything, if nothing at all, if you beat me, you prevent me from getting, I think, my first 4-peat in trivia. I've had a good lucky stretch of 3 wins in a row. So that could be an incentive for some of you villains out there, some of you thieves of joy. I don't believe there's any typing, so I'll just go on my phone. Yeah, the 4P.
What a load of bulk.
Hope you're all doing well. Hi Baka. You want to go for a ride? Let's go, Barbie girls. The music in this movie is iconic. I can't believe you're playing this game but can't pronounce the Preminger.
This should help.
The Preminger. Is that the one that he's from? This one? We got a fake girly pop over here. Not very.
Girl power rules.
What's up, Baka?
2 shots of vodka.
Hypothetically, if one was making... Oh my god, wait. Fuck all that. Han, thank you for the 10 gift subs on... I believe this is Patty Vision voting closing day. Thank you to gifting 10 subs to King of Blades, Fire Red Emblem, Ian Doberstein Art, Ian Doberstein Art, ASAP477, Davis Zero, Nakati Ja, Super Butter Buns, Die Anthony, Hug Deserver, and Good Luckification. Han, thank you so much. I needed it. Appreciate that. That's very, very generous, especially as you're counting up these votes and not losing any votes for mine, right? Certainly not. I know a lot about the voting machines in Pennsylvania, just so you know. Final Sora asked, hypothetically, if one was making another Blooket akin to Denderado's Guess the Game Backlog Edition, would you prefer that person do more of the which of these games have more likes for or whatever for a variety, or do you think it's sufficient to just do what game is this questions? I think mix it up. I think have both. I think the more variety, the better for something like that. I think if you were to even pull from reviews and give options, you know, that could be interesting. And Han, thank you for gifting another gift sub to Bun Stankel. Appreciate that. Also, I wanted to say thank you to Captain Bacon for the sub for the year as we were getting started. Oh my god, another for this just in. 4. Thank you so much, Han. What's gotten into you? Thank you so much. Variety is the spice of life. You learned that from Spore. Yeah, you gotta have, you know, your dancing tentacles, your grabbers, your charging horns, your spitting things. It's all very important. I played Spore Hero on Wii a couple of, maybe like a week or so ago. That was terrible. It was terrible. The only good Spore game was the first Spore game. Oh my god, Yapper, thank you for gifting a sub to the Super Spaghetti Dad. That is legitimately Mike and Jason's father. So a lot of royalty getting gift subs today. Wow. But we're all royalty here, you know? When you're here, you're royalty. Thank you so much. Speaking of chain restaurants, I went to the busiest fucking Texas Roadhouse ever yesterday because it got built, like, I want to say in February, but it's still crazy. but my grandma and my aunt got us collectively $75 worth of gift cards for Christmas, and we didn't even have one near us at the time, but they built one, so I was like, okay, let's get a free fucking meal. And we did, and it was good, but it was like, it was nuts there. We were packed in like sardines. Here's to having some fun. We do what? Shut the fuck up! I'm saying. Han loves that, so you know, I'll recreate the magic for the 12 gift subs. But dude, those rolls with the cinnamon butter, so good. It is so loud and so cold, so cold. Han deeply loves that moment. There you go. All right, I'm gonna get into the triv. I knew there'd be cowards who were too afraid to answer Heavy Rain questions because you're just too afraid of drowning or of dying of overexposure to the Ari, or slumping over a railing after getting tuckered out. Spoilers. I'll be Patty Jaden, FBI. Yeah, it fits. Okay. There we go. There we go. You're fine, Chara. Are you gonna play, Chara? Do you want me to wait? Or are you saying I'm not playing because I'm on my phone? There will be spoilers in the Blooket, I have to assume, but, you know, if you were here for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks actually, because we took a week off for Saturday, you probably know what happens in Heavy Rain. Oh my god, did I infringe? Nam and J-Mac? It's close enough, you know, it's different. Okay, Norman Chara is in. Alright, here we go. All About Heavy Rain by Final Sora. Let's get it. Where's Quantic Dream, the creators of the game, based? France, the United States, Britain, or China? Yeah, you heard me talking about how there was a bunch of weird French stuff in the game. So, there you go. Number 2. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna pick the funniest one. Ah! I would have loved if he was going through a divorce and so made Heavy Rain. No, he lost his son in a mall. Crazy that that is, like, the inciting incident for such a trash fire. Oh, I lost my son in the mall. What could be the good game to make from these? Oh, of course. The serial killer, blackout, psychic link bullshit. Number 3. Oh. Oh, I think I fucked this up. Which of these box arts is actually used for the game? Yeah, it's all of them. I saw this one, like, very recently. I missed it until not too long ago. But I'm most familiar with these two. Number 4. Okay, I'm just going off of what I have heard. I don't think it's ever been officially confirmed, but we're just going off of, like, fan interpretations. Where does the game take place? Minnesota, Ohio, New York, or Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania. Again, a lot of structures and landmarks in the game are reminiscent of Philly stuff, but there's also some inconsistencies that might lead people to believe that it's somewhere entirely different. Number 5. Not counting Sean, how many victims has the Origami Killer had? 8, 2, 5, or 13? I would have said 6 if it was an option. I thought it was a little bit less, but I felt more confident about 8. Number 6. Which of these is not an MO of the Origami Killer? Covering the victim's face with mud, leaving an orchid by the body, drowning the victims in bathwater, or leaving origami in the victim's right hand? Yeah, it is not bathwater. It's rainwater. He's not a gamer girl, okay? Sheesh. Number 7. Oh, I remember. What's the name of this little guy? Tristan, Arthur, Hector, or Merlin? Yeah, honestly, just like put it, you know, David Cage, write what you know. You're in France, put it in France. I think they still have most of the stuff they have. I mean, you'd have to switch the driving scenes over, right? Anything else that you're really missing out on by putting it in France? I mean, maybe he really wanted to work with... No, I was going to say, it's not like he wanted to work with American actors because he just used French actors for the most part. They got Rain there, right? Yeah, it's Merlin, the dead bird. Number 8. I guess the guns, maybe? It's a great question. I'm just going to pick my favorite. Which of these characters has their name as part of a chapter? Norman Jayden, Madison Paige, Scott Shelby. Look at that, it worked. Norman Jayden, FBI. There are no serial killers in France. No one would believe that. It has to be in a violent place, yeah. Honestly, like, I think the main thing is... But even then, like, do any of the non-law enforcement people have guns in Heavy Rain? I mean, I guess the origami killer sends Ethan a gun for his 4th task. But, like, I'm sure you could procure a gun in France. You know, we're already, like, suspending some disbelief for things that happen in our real Heavy Rain. Maybe putting it in France, we could also continue to suspend some disbelief. Number 9. What condition is Scott Shelby suffering from? Asthma, dissociative identity disorder, schizophrenia, or insomnia? Oh yeah, the Kramer guys, yeah. Right, it's like, the guns are not, like, you know, unheard of in Europe. They're just, like, much less common. And, like, criminals will still have guns. Yeah, asthma. Number 10. I think it's this. I think I remember reading about this. The asthma inclusion is actually... yeah, not only is the asthma never story relevant, outside of the fact that, like... No, it really isn't. Like, he has an attack before he fights the guy in Lauren's apartment, and then he's looking for an inhaler when he goes to Hassan's convenience store. But it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't, like, push... It doesn't add character or anything. If anything, it just, like, makes the story more baffling because, spoilers, Scott is the origami killer. He has asthma. His asthma gets worse when it's raining, and so he's doing all of this murdering and running around, especially in the finale, while there's a heavy downpour, and he's also an overweight 48-year-old man who's running up a factory chasing 20-somethings, and he's fine. In fact, he's awesome at it. Oh, it's so dumb, and he's not out of breath once. What a guy. Anyway, yes, I believe she covered the Iraq War or Afghanistan, but they never included it in the game, but it's like developer commentary or something that Madison has PTSD from covering a war zone. Number 11. God, I just got so mad again. Also, France doesn't have asthma. You know, I'm gonna go with this, but it'd be really funny if it was the French one. Do you think they wrote the story from the start intending Scott to be the killer, or did they just decide when they were getting to the climax? No, I think it was from the start because of that whole thing about Scott being there when Jason died and then the psychic link thing getting dropped. I mean, obviously they could have written the mall scene out of order. Like, I don't know how David Cage wrote it in what order, but I think Scott was always meant to be the killer, and then they probably added the thought thing later and tried their best to write around it, but you can only do so much. RE stands for Added Reality Interface. Number 12. Oh god, this is the butler. I'm gonna go with this. Harry. I don't know if they say his name, it's gotta be once, or maybe it's in the subtitles. But I just thought, oh, it's on his name tag. Jeez. Which is more plot relevant? Unironically, Madison's ass, because, like, she uses it to accomplish tasks. I'm not even being facetious. Like, Madison's ass is more plot relevant. It's not even close, to be honest. There's at least 2 or 3 occasions where Madison's ass is more relevant. 13. I couldn't let go of this one. How old is this woman? Wrong answers only. 25. I mean, maybe that's what 25 is in France. I don't know. I'm not trying to. That's tough. Like, I'm sorry. 14. He can't die from that, right? Oh, really? I thought he could have died. It's so stupid because the game makes it seem so dire. So you're telling me that RF could have failed every QTE in the Brad apartment gunfight and she would have been fine? Like, I probably knew this back when I first played the game to platinum it, but crazy that he can't die until the warehouse. Yeah, okay. 15. Oh, there you go, Barnabas, yeah. How can Hassan, the convenience store clerk, die? Scott purposely kills him after he pulls a gun on Scott. He can't die. Scott can accidentally kill him, or Scott takes too long. Yeah, your first and only interaction with Hassan is when you can interfere with the mugging, the robbery that's taking place. But you could just like wait there and let the guy rob him, and then he dies, or Hassan gets shot by him. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking of Barnabas. Ethan can go to jail, and then he's not playable, but he doesn't die until after the game ends, basically, in the epilogue, because he kills himself. 16. Yeah, if it works. Hi, G. Yes, thank you. I forgot to mention, No Sad Face episode 6 of season 2 came out earlier today. With Sonny Novus. PJ and I talked to Sonny about Missing Link. I thought it was fun. Yes, Norman can bleed from his eyes to signify that he's spending too much time... Oh, in the PC version? But that's what I was playing! Okay, as far as I can tell, the Ari never turns red, but the bleeding from the eyes is intentionally missing from the PC version only... Oh, it's missing in the PC. Okay. Making it much harder to tell if he's going to die. That's... So basically, your only hint is it getting windier, because there is no red background, there's no blood, and so it's just the wind is the hint, and the wind happens soonest. That's the first thing that changes about the Ari. So, like, you would really have no idea. That's terrible. Like, that actually needs a patch. It did change. I really didn't notice it. I expected, like, visibly, obviously red. Maybe it is, but, like, I really don't remember it being that. Whatever. 17. Oh, when she was watching the video? How much of the address can you get from the trials? You'll always be missing the majority of the first word. You'll always be missing a little less than half of the first word. You can get the whole thing. I've gotten the whole thing. Unless I was like, am I being gaslit? I'm almost positive I've gotten it. 18. We were locked in, I guess. Not a real ending. Case closed. Norman appears on a talk show and quits tryptocane. Guilty. Ethan goes to jail and Sean dies. Square one. Madison's insomnia gets worse and she sees the intruders again. Or Origami's grave. Lauren berates Scott's grave. Oh. Ethan goes to jail and Sean dies? That's not real? I could have sworn it was. I don't ever remember seeing the Madison one. I could have sworn that Ethan can go to jail and Sean just dies. Right? Like, how is that not a possible outcome? I guess it's just not an epilogue scene. The ending exists, but it's called Helpless. It's kind of weird because there's an Ethan ending called Innocent, which Ethan doesn't go to jail, kind of mirroring that ending. Okay. That's what I thought, Barnabas, which I guess it is, but it's not called that. All right, V10 got it. 19. I guess this, because that's what happened to me. Which of these causes Scott to remain at large? Madison dying, only Ethan being alive? What? Lauren dying causes Scott to remain at large? You're telling me that if I saved all of the playable protagonists besides Scott, and Norman figures out who it is, but Lauren dies in the car. The only way Lauren can die is in the car, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen a playthrough where Lauren dies and Scott also dies at the warehouse. Right, I mean, out of these options, obviously if Scott dying was included, then he wouldn't be able to remain at large. But I'm just flabbergasted that Norman not figuring out the killer is not a factor, but it's Lauren dying. Lauren dying definitely doesn't guarantee that Scott gets away. I didn't think so, but I guess these other ones don't guarantee. It's just more like a language thing with the question. I find that very hard to believe, but Heavy D and Dendorado can believe it. Number 20. Why do I think it's this? Which of these characters is the only one to have a confirmed same-sex relationship? I said Scott Shelby because I really thought there was like some paratext about that. With Blake? Fucking asshole? Are you guys saying hi RF because of Norman Jaden having a gay relationship? In an unreleased DLC, there's a script written for Norman's past where he's dating a man named Jack Riley. Oh, okay. But, like, is it confirmed if it's an unreleased DLC? I mean, in fairness, any of these would have been that as well. Oh, RF is in the chat. Okay. I missed you there. I didn't see. I thought it was like, oh yeah, shout out to Gay Jaden, Norman Gaden. So hi, RF. All right, last question, 21. What does Madison have? Don't forget, a booty, an ass, a butt, or a badonkadonk.
This should help.
All are acceptable, but very unacceptable in the context of the game. T-Mac, thank you for gifting a sub to Regular Fiance. Thank you so much. Yeah, this just came up about how relevant it is. All right. In third, it's Dot. In second, no! And in first, it is V10. Damn, I didn't get the 4-Pete. And it was not even close. V10 crushed this. Look at that score discrepancy. All right. Actually, I'm going to say, I don't know, 40%? 46. In fourth, it's Nox. In fifth, Nam and J-Mac. And Heavy D in sixth, Soup in seventh, Jason in eighth, Dendorado in ninth, and Yapper in 10th. Thank you to Final Sora for making this. All right, let's do some hurdle, and then let's do some dancing. Oh, is it Frozen Wonderland? Fuck! Oh, it's Miracle on Ice. I always get them mixed up. No! Wait. What am I missing? Oh, no. It's Happy Hair Day. No, it's Swingin' Free. Right? The Tangled one? Yeah. So stupid. I got the Princess Worlds mixed up. Okay. With that, we are gonna be Barbie in the 12 Dancing Princesses. Not and, it's in. Because they cast her in the story. I just feel like maybe we could have titled it different. Alright, but whatever. Bye, bot people.